Morning. I'll wait, like I always do, for a couple of people for the eye to pop up, so I know I'm not talking to myself straight off. Good morning. Who's in the Monday Club? Kev is in the Monday Club. Kev did not get up this morning. Kev, if you're watching this. Barker didn't get up this morning. This is a quick live stream to say I'm coming to Australia. Providing all is good. We're going to see now over the next couple of days. I guess there's going to be a lot of people getting triggered in Australia, and hopefully a lot of people happy that I'll be coming to Australia. Morning, Brian. How is the beautiful Israel? I need to get back there as well, Brian. But I'm up early. Everyone's up early, as you can see. Deb, Australia. I've just put a link on this video to the tour, the Deplorables. Myself and Gavin McInnes. I always say it wrong, sorry Gav. Do you know how happy I am, or how happy I will be to spend 10 days travelling around with Gavin? Just that's enough for me. I've had a great time every time I've met up with him. And that's it. I'm coming to Australia. 5 cities. This is just a quick live stream in the morning I know that the show's just gone live. I think they're calling it the Deplorables. It's my opportunity to thank everyone in Australia. I had that opportunity to thank Avi this weekend, but I've received so much support from Australia. When I was in custody, and let's see what happens over the next I'm always conscious and always thinking the worst, yeah? So 8 weeks ago I was sitting in solitary confinement in prison, and now I'm probably going to address American Congress and speak in many cities across Australia. But I know that there'll be a lot of people trying to stop that as well. So for 10 years, and to clear this up, once this goes out, that I'm talking Australia, you'll have many people in that country who know very little about me, spreading false lies and rumours and just out and out bullshit about who I am and what I stand for. So to clear it up, they'll be saying I'm a white supremacist. I've seen people in America sharing, Muslims in America with blue ticks, don't know who they are, but probably work for the Muslim Brotherhood, but sharing news articles to say I'm a white supremacist. For the record, I despise white supremacy. I despise it. I've got a 10-year history of battling and confronting genuine Nazis. The real far right hate me and despise me in my own country. I'm known as a race traitor. So to clear that up, the only thing I talk about, I never speak about race. I never have. Okay, never have. And the reason for that is because I'm born in a town, one of the most diverse towns in Britain, and the majority of the people I love since I've been brought up are not white, funny enough, because that's who I am and that's where I come from. I don't come from an exclusively white area like most of the people who oppose me. Okay, and I don't want an exclusively white country. So I've never been about that. Okay, I talk about an ideology, about a belief. I criticise a belief. I use facts and evidence and scripture from that ideology to back up my points. That's what I talk about. That's all I've talked about. And that's it. That's all I've done for 10 years. Now, because of that, you face huge opposition. You get slandered. You get violently attacked. You have an organised opposition, well-funded, whether it be George Soros, whether it be the government, whether it be the police, whose all of their efforts are to silence you and stop you because of their agenda and what they see as the future of our country, which seems to be an Islamic future, unfortunately. So I want to come to Australia and talk about the warnings, not warnings that I've read in a book, not warnings that I've studied at university, like some of these experts in multiculturalism who are from exclusively white communities who have never, ever, ever experienced multiculturalism. They've just read about it in a book. It's like if you read a book about building a brick wall, can you build a brick wall? No. You have to go and do the job yourself. Now, I've done that job. I'm born in Luton Town. When I was born in 1982, there was one mosque. There's now 35. My town was launched launch pad for the 7/7 bombings, the fertiliser bomb plot, the Stockholm bomb plot. Many of the people who went out and fought for ISIS, I grew up with. I went to school with them. Yeah? So I'm not talking about something I read about on a blog or a book. I'm talking about a life experience to explain the difference between all the different cultures and ideologies and the problems that come with it. Real life problems. So when you see this huge backlash in Australia, at least you have, this is who I am. And this is what I speak about. And they're going to have kittens just because I've said I'm coming. And there'll be a whole campaign now to prevent me coming. So there has to be a campaign to get me in as well. In both countries. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to say that I'm coming to Australia. Hopefully, I'm up at this time in the morning, or I'm up going to the gym, because you know what, I reckon I'm at the same weight I was before I went to prison. Last 3 weeks I've just takeaway, because I thought I was going to prison, so I was building up my winter warmers. I thought I'd be on a diet of tuna, and now I'm not. I'm thinking, damn, looking down, thinking I need to get in the gym, man. But yeah, if you the link is on my Facebook page for Australia. I'm looking forward to coming to Australia. I'm looking forward to coming to America. We will all now see, I have invites by members of government, by congressmen, by senators, okay? Let's see how powerful the British influence is. Because we know they won't want me talking there. They won't. They have tried for 10 years to isolate me, to try to make me a fringe voice, to try, and I'm not my own voice. I give voice to many people who are too worried or too fearful or can't speak out because they'll lose their job. And that voice started on the streets of Luton in 2009, 2004 for me, 2009, and it spread, and then we got heard at many different levels. And I want to take that voice to the next stage, to give you, the British public, our supporters, to explain to them what's happening in our country, and that no one can sit and say our country's going down the right path. No one. We all know it's not. We all look around our towns and cities and know we're losing our culture, our identity. We're losing it, and that's being orchestrated and organised by NGOs, by George Soros funded organisation. This refugee influx is not a fluke. It's not just, it's all organised. Yeah, but anyway, I hope to be in Australia, and the link's on here for the deplorables. Myself and Gavin McGuinness. I've said it again. I know he's having a hard time, but yeah. And I want to come to Australia because I've never been to Australia, but I want to thank you all. I want to thank you all for when I was sitting in prison, and I was sitting there not knowing what's going to happen. And when I started, I received emails. So Steve Mannix every day. Steve Mannix Sue every day. Certain people wrote to me every single day on email, every day, from Australia. And then when I saw the above Sydney Harbour Free Tommy, I actually had that toothpaste on the back of it up on my wall when someone sent me in the picture. So yeah, I want to say a thank you, and hopefully I get to come in person and do that. Thank you. I'm going to sweat my ass off.